The super lightweight division is still on fire. There are fights to be made at this division and fighters that are prepared to step up to the plate, especially since the undisputed champion, Devin "The Dream" Haney, is going to move up to 140 pounds to take on Regis Prograis coming up this December. But as we look ahead to a fighter who has been waiting for the opportunity to get his shot at the title again, Jack Catterall from the UK is going to take on Jose Linares this Saturday, October 21st. And this is a fight that will give Catterall another opportunity to get right back into the mix of things at super lightweight, because Josh Taylor made him wait, hung him out to dry, and then left him behind before going on to face Teofimo Lopez, a fight that he lost earlier this year. But Catterall has not gone away. Let's talk about his fight with Linares that's coming up this Saturday. (2023), the year that boxing totally delivered, and it will continue to deliver as we look ahead for this Saturday, October 21st, as Jack Catterall takes on Jose Linares. The fight will be in the UK. However, this particular Matchroom promotion is going to be a showcase for Mr. Catterall, a fighter who has been available to face stiff opposition and is noted for his February 2022 split decision loss to Josh Taylor. Now, that fight was a fight that he should have come out with his hands raised in victory. But someone had a different plan for Mr. Taylor, who had talked ad nauseum about moving up to welterweight. But it was this fight that he needed to get past the southpaw Catterall, and he wasn't able to do that cleanly, even suffering a knockdown in the bout for the first time. And he was outclassed, but he got the decision. He made Catterall wait for the scheduled rematch, opting to initially invite him to come up to a catch weight, because at the time, Taylor was the undisputed champion at 140. Catterall should have been the champion regardless of what has transpired since, whom he's fought or whatever, he should have been the champion after that fight. But here we are. And as we look ahead to this upcoming bout against the veteran Linares, what we can anticipate is two men who are going to come in as professionals, and they're going to show their wares. They're going to compete. And Linares, who happens to be one of those veteran fighters, former champion himself, is bringing a great deal of experience with a record of 47-8 and 29 KOs to the ring. He's doing that, and Catterall is going to bring his record of 27-1 with 13 KOs. But this is the real deal right here. The number and stat that you should really consider in this fight. Linares, who is 38 years old, he's an orthodox fighter who stands 5'8" with a 69-inch reach. He has lost 3 fights in a row. And out of his losses in totality, he has been stopped 6 times. That doesn't bode well when you really consider that El Niño de Oro Golden Boy is a fighter who should have fared a little bit better than what he has. But he's also a grizzled veteran that will fight to the finish. Now, out of the 3 losses in his last 3 fights, the most recent loss was a December 2022 against Zora Hamazarian, and that was a unanimous decision. But I look back to the fight that was before that in February of 2022 when he was stopped by Zarur Abdullayev. In that fight, Linares looked sharp early and was boxing very well, and then he seemingly fell apart. I don't know if it was because he was on the road. I don't know if it was because Abdullayev was very strong. It was a fight that it took place over in Germany. Could there have been some funny business? Absolutely. Boxing is that way, and we no longer leave that under the table. We like to put that on the table with the rest of the intangibles because it happens. Even though the fighters may not be able to speak of it, we will. So, the Venezuelan is coming into this fight against Catterall in a fight that is supposed to be a showcase for Catterall. And Catterall, who's a southpaw, is 30 years of age. He's 5'7" with a 69-inch reach. The fight is going to be contested for the WBA Intercontinental Super Lightweight title. Meaning that if Catterall is successful here, Hearn very well may match him in his very next fight against Josh Taylor. Now, I'll tell you something. That's not a fight that Taylor is looking forward to, because if he really wanted to face Catterall, he will have done it by now. And the fact that that fight might still be on the table, it'll probably be an easier play if Linares happens to be victorious here. But I'll tell you, boxing has a way of righting itself even when so many are doing wrong. And I like to talk about the intangibles because those are the unforeseen circumstances that arise and place these matches in a place that you sometimes don't expect. But I expect it to be a competitive fight both men can crack. But Catterall, who has somewhat of an old school style, he has that crab-like defense. He can shift. He'll kind of move out of the way and create space, and at the same time jump on the inside and attack. And this could be a match where age, wear, and tear begin to really show on Linares. And if he happens to lose this fight, he may want to consider hanging it up, because he's been stopped a number of times, and you want to have a decent quality of life with your family in the aftermath of the sport. But I still expect him to be the professional that we've known him to be, and show up and give Catterall everything that he has. Will that be enough? Only the fight will be able to play that out for us to know the answer. But I'm expecting Catterall to be victorious in this fight. Some kind of way, I see him pulling this out with the unanimous decision, if Linares doesn't run out of steam or stops due to injury or something of that nature. But I expect the fight to be an action-packed match. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know who you got here. And are you anxiously awaiting for Catterall to get his rematch against Josh Taylor? Peace to everyone out there, and everyone, please remain safe.